Hey folks, Dan Carr here. Today we're going to talk about the MindShift Rotation 22 litre photography pack. Now before we get into the details of this pack, a quick word on the rotation lineup as a whole, because a few things have changed. So this is the rotation series that features the patented and award-winning Rotation 180 technology. It allows you to get your camera gear out of your bag very quickly without taking it off your back. Now I'll demonstrate that shortly, but some things have changed because in 2021 MindShift updated this range of bags and they gave them all new names. So we used to have the Rotation 180 Panorama, the Rotation 180 Horizon, and the Rotation 180 Professional. The names have been simplified. Now we just have Rotation 22, Rotation 34, Rotation 50. So this Rotation 22 is a direct replacement of the old Rotation 180 Panorama. So I'm going to talk about all the features of the bag. We'll go through everything here, but I'll also point out the differences between this and the old Panorama. So if you have the old Panorama, perhaps you want to think about upgrading. Well, I'll show you whether that's worth it or not. Okay, since we have the bag on its back, I'll start right here. DWR coated nylon everywhere. So it's not waterproof, but it's very water resistant. There's an optional rain cover if you want to take that waterproofing to the next level. I don't think many people are going to need that unless you live in a particularly constantly rainy place. So extra 400D nylon on the base here. It's a much tougher material, and that's just so obviously you don't get any abrasive issues on the base when you're always putting the camera bag down on the ground. We've got lots of daisy chain on the front here, so you can hook carabiners here, hook your water bottle, hook your gloves, whatever else you want to do on the front. A little ice axe or hiking pole loop here, and this can be used in combination with a little strap that is tucked away in this pocket. So this little strap is also for the tripod. So you hook the top of the tripod through here and tighten that up. And then on the bottom here, we have the little tripod foot cup. So basically the feet of the tripod go in there. There's another strap here which tightens around that, and then the head of the tripod is secured with this top strap. So that is the first way of carrying a tripod with this bag. Okay, let me tuck that away for a second. Actually, you know what? Let me just grab, here you go, here's a tripod. Here's a Peak Design travel tripod. So this gives you a good size indication. If I pop this on the front here, you can see a travel tripod is a great choice with this 22 litre. I wouldn't really go anything bigger than travel tripod with this bag. If you're using a larger tripod, you're probably going to want to go up to something that's got a little more size, 34 litre or potentially even the 50 litre. So a travel tripod works really great with this 22 litre bag. Okay. Now, like I said, that's just one way of holding the tripod. We flip this bag over on its side. You can see we have a little elasticated pocket here. We can obviously stick the tripod feet in here, and you can see it's gusseted, so it really expands. And then we have a strap on the side here to secure it. Okay, so one thing to know about this bag is that if you want to carry some water with this bag, this is where you're going to do it. There is no bladder pocket. This is for a 1.5 litre Nalgene bottle. So if you're using a water bottle in here, you obviously can't put your tripod in there. Tripod's going to have to go on the front. This is a change from the previous Panorama. On the Panorama, there was a zippered pocket on the side, which was workable for sort of a 1 litre hydration bladder. It was kind of awkward to use. I personally didn't like it. I know some people did, but that is a change between the old version and the new version. So water bottle only is for your water sort of storage when you're hiking with this new Rotation 22. Okay, onto the top section of the bag. We have a little zippered pocket here. You can see we've got glove-friendly zipper pulls all around. If you're using this in cold climates where you're wearing gloves, you won't have any issues here. Same with the zippers on the main section as well. These big green zippers. There you go. Inside here, we have a little key clip. So this is useful for your keys, but I actually use this for my memory card wallet because I never want to lose that thing. So I clip that in here. And in this pocket, you've got enough room for a hat, some gloves, granola bar, you know, those kind of quick access items. Headlamp would be a useful thing to have in there. A few other snacks right in the top pocket there. Now if you unzip this main zipper, this is the top part of the bag. So the bag is divided into two. We have this top section here, and then we have the belt section, which we'll take a look at shortly. In this top, we have elasticated pocket here just for a bit of internal organization. And we have plenty of room here for, additional layers. If it's cold, you put your down layer in here. You can put your rain pants, your rain jacket in here, a bit of extra lunch, binoculars, that kind of thing. It's actually quite a spacious compartment. I'm not sure exactly the liters, but it's roughly 15 liters of space in that top section. And then we have this little clip here. If you've really got this thing packed out, then this kind of cinches it all together and just keeps it a nice tight load that's close to your center of gravity. So it's worth noting at this point that all of the camera equipment in this bag is going to be stored in the bottom section, which we'll get to shortly. There's no padding in this top section for your camera gear. In the 34-liter version and the 50-liter version, there are optional inserts that go in the top part of the bag and allow you to carry a lot more camera gear. That's not available with the 22-liter. What you can store for your camera gear is all in the bottom here. So this top section here is just going to be for all your other day hiking stuff, your outdoor gear. Okay? So let's zipper that up. Let's flip it over. Now on the back here, we can see another big change between this version of the rotation packs and the previous versions. So basically what we have here is an adjustable torso length. This was a much requested feature on the first version. And basically you open this up, you can hear that hook and loop opening there. Once I loosen that up, I would be able to move this whole section up and down to adjust that torso length. Okay, it gives you about 2 to 3 inches of adjustment, and that definitely helps with people that have a smaller torso or people that are a little bit taller but don't want the larger size of the 34-liter pack. The other improvement is this mesh back panel here. This mesh is over a squishy green foam material, so we get some better breathability on this back panel, and it's just a little more comfortable on the shoulder blades with these two panels. It's a full 10-point adjustable harness system. So let's flip that over. We've got, of course, a little whistle on the sternum strap. We've got load lifters on the top here, highly adjustable and a little bit more comfortable than the previous version. The foam is slightly different. It's a little more breathable. On the hip belt side of things, you can see that this has got a pretty decent width to it. It's not as wide as the 34-liter bag because, of course, you're not going to carry the same weight of equipment in the 22-liter. So this doesn't need to, hold as much weight on your hips. But it's still a decent size. You're going to be able to take a lot of that weight off your shoulders and transfer that to your hips, which is important for efficiency during a longer hike. If I flip this over, you can see we have a little rail on the side. That is for attaching accessory pouches, MindShift's filter hive pouches, any of Think Tank Photos, lens pouches, or camera body pouches. They would all fit on this rail right here. Okay, let's take a look at the main feature of this bag, which is the Rotation 180 system. Now, this is designed to give you very fast access to your camera gear without taking the bag off your back. Difficult for me to demonstrate on the table, so I'll show you a video of me using this out in the field. This is with the 50-liter bag, but the process is the same for all 3 sizes. As you can see, very fast to get hold of the camera, very fast to put it away again. So all of that is done by pulling on this toggle with this magnetic latch that just pops open this side flap. Like I said, this is magnets. When you flip it back and you just even get it in the vicinity of the catch, the magnets suck it back in and close it really, really tightly. You can't get that off without pulling downwards on the toggle. So pull the toggle, flip this up. Now, if I was wearing this, then I would pull this around to my front, and then I would be able to get access to my camera. So for this part, I'm just going to take the backpack away and just show you this section. Now, this is a camera bag all in and of itself. Like, you could just use this as a camera bag if you wanted a super lightweight bag to wear with a camera and a couple of lenses. You could wear this around your waist. You could wear it while you're climbing or something like that as well. Lots of uses for a small little waist pouch here. Now, one of the differences between this and the previous versions is that we now have these little tabs here. Now, these tabs are so that when you've unzipped it, you can actually see I already had it unzipped. You will pull these tabs and that releases the magnets, which are now around the rim here. So if I flip this closed, the magnets kind of take charge and close that up. Now, we didn't have magnets in the previous version, and what this means is now you don't have to zip this closed every time you put it away into the main section of the bag. The magnets are strong enough to keep this lid closed, and it's really well protected when it's in the bottom of the bag. So now I only zipper this up, when I'm traveling with it somewhere on a day-to-day basis, when I'm just out walking with one of these rotation packs. I don't need to use that zipper, and that means when you do get it out and you want to access your camera, much faster, actually just one-handed with these little tabs to pull the magnets open. Okay, so that's cool. That's a nice addition to all of the rotation bags in this update. In the top section here, just a little pocket again for batteries. Put your memory card wallet in there if you're just using this on its own without the actual backpack part. That's a good place for that. So small items in there. There's a little tether loop on here as well. So if you've got something that's got a clip on it, you can hook that on there. MindShift and Think Tank photos, memory card wallets have a little clip, so that's a perfect spot for them. Obviously, we've got a few dividers. Set this up however you want. But basically, this is designed for a regular sized DSLR. It won't fit a gripped body DSLR. So regular sized DSLR or a mirrorless camera with a smaller lens attached and a second lens next to it. If you're using smaller prime lenses, then you might get two lenses next to it stacked up. So we're saying one camera body and 2 to 3 lenses, maybe 4 lenses if you're using those really, really small Sony G primes or Tamron primes, the little ones, something like that. But 2 to 3 lenses is about where you're at. If you got a 70 to 300, you might be able to kind of spin the body around 90 degrees and lie the lens out attached to the camera sideways like that. Same with the 24 to 70. You could do that sideways, but you're probably then only going to get the camera body and that one lens in here. So that is basically all of the features of this bag. Okay, folks, there are links in the description for the reviews of the other sizes of this bag. I've done the same thing for the 34 and the 50, as well as written reviews of all of them on the website. So you have all the information you need there to make your decision. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help us out. And hit the little bell to subscribe, because we will have plenty more stuff like this in the future. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.